call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Clemson Tigers taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Ducks will put total leather to crank us up. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll go to the ground. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. This is a kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Looks as if Clemson will have the first down.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that end route.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Unloads quickly. Turns it on in midfield. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Looking for room. It's Lewis. Now, guys, when you're talking about Clemson, really good win on the recruiting trail last week. Got a commitment from a 4-star linebacker.
He's going to help them out a lot because of his speed. He simply has things you can't coach from the linebacker position. So his ability to track the ball sideline to sideline, but also get downhill, he's going to make this defense a whole lot more difficult to move the football against.
Scanning the field, it's Underwood. Here's a heat. Fires one high and deep. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Clemson.
I think a lot of people probably expected to see that, right? They're playing on the road, and you know this is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players, and we've seen that before. There was no hesitation. Opening drive, they go right down the field, they score a touchdown, and they made a statement.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Gresham. He's brought down at the 16, would have been much better off to take the touchback. He leaves it with his back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the right. Intercepted! intercepted for the 11th time this season. He stopped not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
You know, after watching that interception, I just wonder if this kid's too amped up tonight. He was so excited to take the field. He thought this was going to be a game that he could stat it up, but he's going to have to do a better job tonight with his decision-making. That is not how you want to start a game.
Not much room to run. Let's give him 1 to the 33.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more, but sometimes you got to keep him honest, take him chunk by chunk.
Got his man. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
Looking downfield, it's Underwood. And the shot to the middle of the field falls to the turf.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and it just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
The Tigers will try to pick it up on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Hand off from the shotgun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Caught in the backfield. It's Hill. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Moore will throw. Starting to feel a little pressure. Plenty of time as he fires it to the right.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Floating away. He's going to fire into the gut of the defense. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. To the air, it's Underwood. Oh, the big fella almost had the interception. Instead, it'll be fourth down.
If they're able to make that pick, they're wiping points off the board. But because he dropped it, now it's fourth down. And, of course, they're still in field goal range with an opportunity to score 3.
The offense failed to convert on fourth down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He caught it. Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. It may seem like a really aggressive call, but David, you settle for 3 there. It's like handing a win to the defense.
Yeah, and I like aggressive. Aggressive is good for offenses, and we've seen it time and time again. You get beat when you kick field goals. That's something that you look back, it's a big stat. So I like the aggressiveness to go for it, especially when you get it. Like, easy decision, right? First down.
So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Motion from the wideout. Running back searching for a hole. Looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Out of the gun, the inside give. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Moore to the air. Gets open down the middle. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We've reached the break. Clemson has the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. So first down here as they go back to work. On the ground, it's Davison. They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34.
I think a trait of a running back that you really look for is a guy that can bust tackles. Man, a guy that can make something out of nothing when it's not there. And just a really good job breaking the tackle, continuing to keep the play alive, and never quit.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Making side adjustments here. second down, they'll go to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Got some room to run. Inside, touchdown, Tigers. The defense does the work itself with a pick six. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
And he's not going to take the touchback. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. They'll leave it with him. Breaks the tackle. Just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Moore will throw. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. And he throws another interception, his third of the night. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the... There he goes! They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Man, offenses are getting really creative in the way they run their counter plays now. They pull different guys. They pull a guard. They pull a tackle. They pull a guard and a tackle. So really keeping the defenses off balance. You can't just key on wherever the tight end is. You got to realize they can show you one thing and come back with another.
Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one, Reese, that this team was going to try to use their speed and take advantage of it, and they did right there. Nice gain on the run play to the right.
Found plenty of running room in that defense. They've got to find a way to get there, make the tackle in the open field.
Yeah, and they got to do a good job with their eyes, finding the football, and they've got to get a lot of bodies to this guy because he is fast.
And the Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play.
Hey, on offense, you got to know when the play's over. That one there, nowhere to go with it after he caught the football.
He'll take a shot. Throw into the end zone. It's picked off. And he'll be marked down, but what a play to come up with that interception.
And for that quarterback, that was a good feeling that turned bad really quickly. He saw cover one. He got excited, taking a shot deep down the field. After he threw it, though, he could see the defender had better positioning than his receiver did. And that ends up being an interception.
Moore to the air. Finds the tight end. Out of bounds at the 18, and that is just what they needed to get it away from their own end zone. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I don't like the play call. You're down this much against the best run defense in the entire country. You're just smashing your face against a wall. You're not going to get it done. To win this game, you're going to have to throw the ball to get back in it.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. The sure hands, it's Green. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. The Ducks are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Hunter. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Great job by the defense in the back end that time. He made the catch, and he had a little wiggle room to run afterwards, but they were able to get to him, rip the football out, and that is a massive takeaway for the defense.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. He'll keep it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Finds his man, it's Smith. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down.
Hey guys, this running back's not just catching checkdowns or swing routes. You can get him vertically down the field and let him go to work, especially when you get man coverage. Take advantage.
Looking to throw, it's Underwood. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain. He goes out of bounds just short of the 1st down marker, and the defense gets a stop. And the Ducks now try to cash in on this big opportunity created by the defense. Sends it back in motion. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. That's caught. It's Moore. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the 1st down. The Ducks want to crank the tempo. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's Hill. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Fires to the tight end. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down. The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback may change this route. Moore will throw. He's got it. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. Snaps it in the shotgun. Steps away. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? The play-action fake. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Nice execution by this defense on 2nd and goal. And they try to throw the football. They stay tight on them. If I'm this offense, maybe I run some crossers, a little pick route, try to get my guy open.
Defense has been up to the task so far. Now it's 3rd and goal from the 3. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback extends the play. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. The 50, the 40, inside the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Clemson! What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's recap that Big 12 matchup that just went final moments ago. Tennessee left little doubt. You know, this version of the Volunteers can hang with any of the teams of the past. And remember, this is a program that went 13-0 en route to a national title back in 1998. Fun one in the Big 12, man. They generally are, as the teams there continue to jockey for bowl position.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Moore to the air. Fires to the middle. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half's winding down.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Going right and going deep. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
I know the offense came into this game expecting to have some success throwing the football, and right after getting a takeaway right outside of the red zone, they try to do just that. The one-on-one matchups are going to be there in this game. That time, though, the defense did a better job making a play, forcing the incompletion.
Rides the back on the option to give.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. It's broken up and almost intercepted in the end zone. It'll be 4th down.
Pedal to the metal right now for this offense. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. Here on their 3rd possession, they're still taking shots way down the field, and why not? Give the defense credit finally. Something good happens for them. They get the incompletion, but if I'm this quarterback, I'm still throwing it.
On 4th and 9, the offense will stay on the field. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Touchdown, Tigers! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And how do you not love the guts of this offense? 4th down, it's just another down. And what do? Stay aggressive, throw the football down the field, make the big play, get the big touchdown.
35-0.
You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. And he's going to bring this one out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15.
We'll take over 1st and 10.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Wide receiver going in motion. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Clemson will kick this deep to get the second half underway. Out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
Moore will throw. Bringing the heat. He's got an open man. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. And the Ducks racing to the line in the hurry-up.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. He's got it for a big play. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
You got to love the rhythm this quarterback is in here on this drive, guys. 2 completions. He's seeing the safety rotation. That time, saw the one-on-one matchup he wanted, took his shot. He is in a group.
Breaks into the open. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Makes the catch. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Passing game very effective on 2nd down. What about here on 3rd? From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the marker. It's Green. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. 1st and goal. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon!
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
They get the extra point on the board, but they're still down 35-7. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it out. It's Smith. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They'll go back to work with a sizable margin still up there on the scoreboard. Pocket breaking down. He's got it on the outside. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. After that huge play, they'll try to finish him off with another one. It's 1st and 10 from inside the 40. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Wrestled down at the 26. It's a gain of 4. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5. Another 4th down try for this offense. They're 2 for 4 so far in this one. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Deep shot for the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They haven't had a whole lot of production, nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far, and if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. Now he's going to break the pocket. Makes the catch down the right side. And oh no, he loses the ball at the end of the run.
When you start to get that offense going and start having success, you've got to make sure when you get closer to the scoring range, take care of that football. If you don't, coach is going to go you on the sideline, you in the game.
The RPO, it's complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Ducks moving quickly to the line.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more.
Oh, he's got some space. And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. More to the air. The throw to the outside is complete. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains.
Nice job there by the receiver on the out route, not telegraphing where he's going. He can't be peeking to the outside, giving the defender an opportunity to break on the ball. He kept his eyes right down the field. DB had no idea where he was going, and that helped make that completion a whole lot easier.
Nobody open, he just throws it away, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
This one's complete. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. The Ducks line it up with a 1st and goal. Trying to barrel in. Touchdown, Ducks! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, it's a final now, and one of the more intriguing games of the week, that notable ACC clash. Louisville found a way to pull out a victory. It wasn't vintage Cardinals football today. Those Cards fans won't remember this one forever, but they will remember it was a W. One team will rise in the ACC standings while the other is going to sink like a stone. The harsh reality of college football when conference foes face off, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. This drive will open from the 15. Leaves it with the running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back in motion. Try to clear the picture. To the air. It's Underwood. Shoots it to the left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads it left. He's got it. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
When you run the football and then throw in the play action, it's such a tricky thing for the defense. Do I play run? Do I come up fast? It opens those holes right behind the linebackers and between the safeties to make the passing game just a little bit easier.
And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. Crosses midfield. At the 30. Tap. Touchdown, Oregon. The defense putting points on the board.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
And the extra point is good, but they still trail 35-21. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. He'll bring it out. It's Smith. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
I love that play call by the offensive coordinator. Your quarterback just threw a pick 6. You want to pick him right back up, right? So don't handcuff him. On the very first play of the next drive, let him throw the football to try to reestablish a rhythm and reestablish some confidence. Obviously, that one falls incomplete, but they need to get this guy back into a rhythm. The only way you do that is by throwing the ball.
Give to the running back. And he's brought down after a solid gain, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd quarter. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He'll pull it down. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Quick release on the RPO. Turning it on. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
Working that left side. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up.
This is so interesting right now watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Now on the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, one of the reasons this offense likes the option game with the quarterback is to use his speed and try to attack the perimeter of the field. The defense, though, not having any of it. You saw the contain on the play, forcing him back in the middle of the field, and they were able to corral him for a huge loss.
He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown, Clemson. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
Yeah, salt into wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Ducks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. To throw, it's Chadwick. Intercepted, a turnover in their own territory. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Tigers. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
Yeah, and that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Looking downfield on first down. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys.
Touchdown, Ducks! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense is struggling. You're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
Well, they didn't exactly milk the clock on that drive, did they? 2 plays and into the end zone for the touchdown. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Well, they try to go onside kick, but better job by the hands team falling on the football.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. He'll pick up a few before being knocked out of bounds at the 31.
It's going to be interesting to see how the defense is going to try to defend these jet sweeps moving forward. They have got to have bodies in the perimeter of the field with their eyes looking at these receivers in motion because they can hand it off to them at any time.
They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24, first down. Back to pass, it's Underwood. Quick strike complete. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
The Tigers have it with a first and goal. Touch pass on the right. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
A nice job by the defense with the edges. They try the touch pass on first and goal. Nice job setting the edge, not letting him get outside, making the good tackle, forcing second down and goal.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on second and goal. Caught in the backfield, it's Smith. Touchdown, Tigers. And the beatdown has ensued. Things a little more comfortable after that score and much, much closer to a win here in Week 5. This dude is putting on a show, taking up residence in the end zone by the air and by the ground, in keeping with what Clemson looks for in a quarterback.
Man, this is unbelievable. I mean, you've seen so many great guys run through, and Clemson majors in quarterbacks that can throw, can run, and really be dynamic, and this guy is having himself a day.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. Got room on the return. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Back to throw, it's Underwood. Looking to the big tight end. Wide open downfield. Just gashing this defense, a big gainer to the 40-yard line. They're just about to put this W in the books, guys. Comes against a ranked opponent, a team that most of us expected them to beat, and they were able to come through.
Yeah, but you're going to get challenged early in the season. It's fun to play other ranked teams and kind of see what you have. And this team kind of proven, like, listen, they're worth the rank.
Fires toward the end zone. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
To the air on second down. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And it's his 4th interception of the game.
Never say die attitude, and I love that, especially these young players, because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now doesn't look pretty. They're not going to come back and win this football game, but I just love kids that are competing until there's zeros on the clock.
To the air on first down. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. The Ducks want to pick up the tempo. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw on first down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Looking for a man, it's Chadwick. Throws to the wideout. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Boy, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Looking to throw on first down. Nearly another interception. It'll be second down.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but like, let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but like, let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Throws toward the end zone. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Takes a hit as he fires. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already got the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46. Offense in a bunch formation. Might be changing the route. Dropping back, it's Chadwick. A shot toward the end zone. And that one was way too far for anybody to catch, except ticket holders.
And this is a tough spot for the QB, man. Like, he knows he's down big and has to make big plays down the field, but also got to be smart, because this defense, you can tell, bringing in extra bodies, playing the pass, maybe take the dink and dunk, let your guys make some plays, because they are definitely playing the deep ball.
Here comes the heat. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
No harder position to play in the ballgame than the offensive line. You know, tonight in this game, you're down by a lot. You know you have to pass the football. Man, it's a tough job to protect up front, and they definitely struggled on that.
Going for it all. And the pass is incomplete, looking for a little salve for the wound, but the ball game is over. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing.